let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
All right, guys. Mediocre, how you doing? Saturday, July 13th. As you probably already know, President Trump was shot at a rally today in Pennsylvania. What was the city outside of Mediocre? Do you remember, in Pennsylvania? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I was asking, what was the city that he was? It was outside of Pittsburgh. Anyways, at least one spectator dead. The attempted shooter also dead. President Trump shot in the right ear, from what I saw. I'm just catching up on the news myself, so you guys are going to have to help me.
Butler.
And Mediocre, you've been at home and been able to get some updates on this. I was filming a video earlier, then I had some other errands to do, so still catching up. You got a little bit of feedback on your mic there, Mediocre.
Yeah. That was the Discord.
Chris, how you doing? Backyard Boogie. Matt, what's going on? MotoGP says the movie Civil War may come to fruition. I don't know. This is absolute craziness. I in my lifetime, I remember in the 80s when Reagan got shot and the Pope both. And to my recollection, we haven't had anything crazy like this in the United States since then.
Well, Tony, I got a question for you, because this is one of the first things that comes to mind for me, and it really irks me. Is I was a Democrat. I'll tell everybody, I was a Democrat. But look at what happened to John F. Kennedy. Now I know people will say Lee Harvey Oswald, whatever, but how come none of them documents? Not none of them. A lot of them were released by Trump, but there's still documents that were not released. Why is that being kept from the American people? And then when you look at what happened with Reagan, right? When they tried to kill him and what he was talking about, right? The things he was saying, and now Trump. Why is it that when these people are talking about freeing American citizens, freeing us, they get assassination attempts? Why is that, Tony?
Well, I have a lot of theories, Mediocre, but I don't know if we're allowed to talk about them on YouTube. I'm outraged. First of all, that someone would do something like this to any political candidate. And second of all, what was up with the security? I mean, I saw in a quick news blurb that I just read before we came online that the shooter was in an elevated position outside the rally grounds. Where's security? I mean, they're supposed to be vetting all of these elevated locations. That's like basic security ops.
Absolutely, Tony. How were you able to even get a line of sight on the president? Is beyond me. That is ridiculous. Whether he's a sitting president or a past president, that shit should never, ever happen.
While I'm pulling up the news, Mediocre, do you have any updates? Because I literally just got back home. Any updates from the any of the news channels that you want to talk about?
They just released that it was a male from an elevated position. They're going to release a video here shortly on that. And there's some innocent bystanders who were attending a rally. who lost their lives, which is sad, and I feel for
Was it
the
one bystander or two? I heard one got taken to the hospital. One
one's
is
in critical condition. The last I knew, the other one was deceased. It's terrible, absolutely disgusting, Tony.
So you said Trump was going to release some info. Is there something that I missed in the news today? I've literally been
No. I believe that Trump will, because he's a strong individual. I believe.
what news were you expecting him to release though?
I just believe that he will come out to the public and let the public know that he is alive and doing well.
Oh, well, yeah,
Um,
that I mean, I thought you said they were trying to take him out because of some news that he was going to drop either now or when he became president.
oh, I have no
Maybe I
idea.
misunderstood you.
Yeah, I know. That's not what I was getting at all. I meant that he was going to come live. I think that he will show his face tonight.
I saw him, I saw the videos right when it happened, and then we had to go take my wife to the grocery store real quick. I saw him shaking his fist with the bloody ear and blood splattered all over his face. Like that is our president right there. That is our guy standing up defiant.
So somebody said they released his name, but I want to bring up this fact, Tony, because I'm calling on Democrats right here and now. Why is it that Maxine Waters, you got Chuck Schumer, you got Biden himself, and all these individuals who propagate hate and encourage violence against Republicans, and then they're going to all say, "Oh, we condemn that. We condemn that now." Now that there was an assassination attempt, we condemn it, right? But they've been pushing that for 4 fucking years, Tony.
I see someone in the chat said that they identified the shooter. I'm going to try and verify that on a news source before I put it up on the screen. At least the snipers got onto him real quick. The Secret Service snipers. New York Post says gunman behind attempted assassination had head blown off by Secret Service. Well, good.
Barbara, you could go fuck yourself. How about that, bitch?
Okay, and it looks like I'm looking at an overview of the. Let me put this up on the screen because I was looking at the map to see where someone could have gotten a vantage point, and there is a manufacturing facility just behind the parade grounds or airport grounds, whatever you want to call them. It looks like he was over here. They don't have a further map. Oh, look, he's on the roof of this building over here.
Yep. How's
Okay.
that happen, Tony?
I don't know. I mean, that's not exactly a hidden location, mediocre. Someone should have seen him crawling over on that roof.
Absolutely.
I'm going to see if I can pull up a bigger map of the area also.
Oh, now Barbara wants to say thoughts and prayers. That's not what you really fucking mean, Barbara. Just shut your fucking mouth and leave.
What did she say that upset you, mediocre?
It doesn't matter, Tony.
All right. I mean, guys, somebody tried to assassinate a political candidate. I don't care which side of the damn aisle you're on, who you like or you don't like. If you got something stupid to say, this is not the place for it. This is not the damn country for that shit.
Mitch, how are you, brother? I love you, man. I hope all's well with you.
I don't care what party. There's no excuse for this.
The fact of the matter is, the Democrats have been propagating hate and division since fucking 2016. That's a fact. I was a Democrat. And if you can't look at the facts and say that shit, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm pulling up the map. Bear with me. Butler Farm Show is the name.
Yeah, there was
of the Butler Farm Show Airport.
Yep.
Got it. And let me see if I can get the 3D overview here, and then I'll put it up on the screen.
Part of being united, Barbara, is calling out the ones who are propagating the bullshit.
Layers. Here we go.
Find Trump supporters or his cabinet and don't let them rest. Basically, that's Maxine Waters propagating that. She's still sitting in Congress today. I mean, come on, people. Like, we're going to allow this stuff to continue on? I don't know what to say. It's
so the stage was right about here, Mediocre.
Yep.
And this is the building where the shooter was, right over here.
I mean, how do you even get there? Why is that whole parking lot not locked down?
Well, that is a great question. Secret Service? I mean, clearly that's a vantage point. I mean, if you're Secret Service, you should have been thinking about that stuff. Well, I'm assuming that we will hear more details in the coming days. We better, anyways. Manufacturing company. What is this manufacturing company? AGR International. I bet it's private equity, Mediocre.
That's funny. Thank you for,
a moment of levity.
I appreciate that. I mean, I try to keep my political stuff aside from my trading and all this. I don't like to discuss my views on channels when I'm talking about stocks. It's not. I try to keep that shit to myself and in my Discord, right? But I mean, this is crazy. What happened today is a disgusting act, and the Democrats hold some responsibility for that, and the American people know that.
Swisha says, inside job just like 9/11. Very well could have been. We'll find out. BioLife Hemp, what's up, buddy? He says, you can see in video that the upper left corner, 4 or 5 people duck because that person took a bullet to the head. The one video I saw a couple hours ago before we had to run to the store real quick, I saw everybody, they were looking off that way. I was like, that doesn't look like the shooter was down in the crowd. The way the heads turned and people were looking, I could almost tell immediately that was coming from outside the rally area. But, it was a very tight shot on the president. So, and I'm no crime scene expert. 9 shots fired by the sniper, Harold. It did. I mean, the gunshots weren't very loud. So I was thinking, it sounds like a handgun up close. But then again, if you're shooting inside a gun range, the gunshots sound super loud. But if you're shooting outdoors, a lot of times even a rifle just sounds like pop, pop, pop.
Barbara, I'm not feeling hate, just for the record, but I'm not going to sit by and not speak the fucking truth about what the Democrats have been doing for the past 4 years, 6 years.
Why don't you pull up some clips, Mediocre? Let's put this argument to rest.
Yeah, let me do that. Let me go get it.
I'm going to read some more comments here. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know you're not just fuming at nothing, but let's pull up a clip and see who's been stoking the let's take them out drama. Let's hear it in their own words. Oh, Barbara about to get a big old dose of reality. I bet she thought Biden was fully psychologically competent too. Chris says, I've seen a lot of people on X come out in support of Trump who have been silent long enough. Amen, brother. What else we got here? JP says this was 100% complete setup, including the Secret Service. Otherwise, that guy would not have been there. Kind of like when the Capitol Police let protesters just right into the Capitol. Kind of like that. Sure, some of them broke down a barricade. Some of them had barricades pulled aside for them. Harold says the witness saw a shooter and reported to the police who ignored the warning. What the heck? All right, yeah, let's put it up, Mediocre.
We ready? Tell me if you can hear it.
Go ahead. Let me get the chat. Let me get this bubble off the bottom of the screen. Go ahead. We can't hear it.
Oh, hold on.
Probably got to do the share as a window, so the
okay.
The audio will come through. Close that share of your screen and then share it as a window, not a tab.
What if I do the entire screen, Tony? Will that work?
That should work, but click the little button in the bottom that says share system audio. Make sure that's on.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
If we can't protect the children, we can't protect anybody. If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome. The people are going to turn on them. They're going to protest. They're going to absolutely harass them until they decide that they're going to tell the president, no, I can't hang with you.
Not in D.C. Not in the U.S. Not in D.C. Not in the U.S. Not in D.C. Not in the U.S.
Our issue is strong borders, no crime. Their issue is open borders. Let MS-13 all over our country. That's what's going to happen if you listen to them.
Tell him. Can you
hold on 1 minute?
All right. Telling people to harass somebody in public or at their house, for me, that's just not acceptable. You want to demonstrate in public? Go demonstrate. Bothering people in restaurants, bothering them at their house, not cool.
I mean, there's others too. There's the, I forget what she was in Arizona, the one who was.
Barbara says, don't protect the children. Good job. Who's the one building cages down on the border, Barbara? Tell me that. Is that protecting children? Who's the one letting children get killed and run across the border for money by coyotes? Is that Trump? No, it's not.
Barbara's a clown.
Michael says, last days prophecy of Trump's ear being pierced by the bullet. I'm not sure what that reference is about, Michael. All right. BioLife says there's a link to a BBC interview with the person who saw the shooter. I don't have your link. I guess he's on your channel, Mediocre. Where's he on mine? No, he is on mine, but I think I have link sharing disabled. BioLife. I'll see if I can pull it up. Because of it's not because of you. It's because of the spammers that come drop links in, you know how they do.
Barbara, what's the matter? You don't think that Democrats bear any blame for this? Is that what you're trying to say? The disgusting Democrats have nothing to do with any of this. That's what you're going to say.
Eyewitness describes seeing gunman on roof. All right, let's see if I can pull this interview up. Create an account. Oh, screw you. All right, I think I got it on X. Gentleman outside the security perimeter claims he saw the shooter. Let's see what this is about. This guy. Look at this guy.
Oh man.
Let me do a screen share where we can actually hear the audio.
Harold, 100% correct. Put his comment up.
Hang on, let's listen to this first.
Someone who was here, you weren't inside the event, nope, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, you know, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, you know. But we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle, absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? You know, like they didn't know what was going on. You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
The service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just
standing
there like this.
This is crazy,
next thing
Tony.
you know, 5 shots rang out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top.
Whoa.
They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of this?
Exactly.
I mean, this is not a big place.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously, everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh, yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they
Bryce, I agree with you.
100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
It's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look?
Turn the camera. Show it to us, you dipshits.
Well, they won't. Of course they won't, Tony.
Muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the
That's
rifle.
how the media is.
What kind of fucking reporting is this? He's like, it's right there. Turn your camera 40 degrees.
Guns, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it, but,
sure. But
it was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So, how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof. Yes, right there by that tree. We were outside the security perimeter. But my question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not at every building?
Exactly.
Here?
Well, there's a whole bunch of questions I think that are going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept.
Oh my gosh, what do you think, mediocre?
I think that's how the news media is, in that they don't want to speak the truth. They don't want to show that type of shit. They don't want to show the crowd at Trump rallies. They don't want to do a lot of stuff, Tony. They don't want to talk about what's actually going on. They want to turn a blind eye and act like they don't know anything. Just like Dementia Joe's whole fucking deal, right? Like, that shit's been going on for 4 fucking years, but the media's been protecting them for 4 fucking years. Now all of a sudden, hey, maybe there's a problem. Am I wrong, Tony?
Nope. I'm trying to pull up the map again. Whose comment did you want me to pull up? Or what did it say? Before we, what's up, GT? Before we went live there with the red-headed hat dude.
Oh, it was, I'll find it. I'll tell you who it was. Hang on. It was Harold's comment.
Harold about the crooked Democrats.
Yep.
Crooked Democrats and radical media is guilty for spreading lies and anti-American hatred. Amen.
That's a fact. Now, you could say it's both sides, but when do you hear Republicans ever say that?
ERA says the elite are pitting us against each other. I could see that happening too.
I got no respect for any of you fucking Democrats. I'll tell you right now. None.
Guess we're not talking stocks tonight, guys. DJT Monday
No
morning
respect.
Super
You guys are
Saiyan.
fucking disgusting people.
Christian says Biden taking down their campaign ads. Yeah, sometimes they do that out of respect for a day or so. Let's see. What is this place called? AGR International. I've got the street view, but I want to look at the overhead view again one more time. Google Maps.
Hang on a second. I got to mute.
All right. All right, where is that water tower? I keep on seeing a water tower in the background. Where is that relative to all this stuff? Okay, it is. The water tower is not anywhere close to where Trump was. It's kind of the other direction. And there's that small outbuilding there. All right, I'm getting my bearings situated here. So this parking lot photo that I'm looking at is right close by the parade grounds. Let me drive to the end of the parking lot. This is what we're looking at. Share screen. This is that building right there. The last one. Got the water tower back there. I was just trying to see if there's any like ladder or anything here mediocre.
I don't see a ladder,
There is, I mean,
but I could, you know, it don't take much to get up on that right there.
yeah, this piece you could get up even with a
Yeah,
stool or something, right?
that's how I would go up if I had to get on that roof.
You could also climb on top of this. See this
Yeah.
or this pallet? You could climb on top of that and pull yourself up if you were athletic enough.
Widmore, you'll never get rid of fucking Donald Trump, just so you know.
And then the stage would have been right over here, mediocre.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Unbelievable. BioLF Hemp says I sent a photo to you on X. All right, let me check it out, buddy.
Barbara, do you think I give a flying fuck about viewers? Don't be that stupid. I could care less.
Yeah, that looks correct compared to where we were just in the parking
Barbara,
lot
let me
right
say
here.
this, Tony, because I'm really getting fucking pissed off. Let me let you guys know something right now. If you're a fucking Democrat, I don't want to help you make fucking money anyways. I can't stand you. How's that? That's what I really think. I hope all of you lose your money so you can't fucking donate to stupid fucking causes that you do, because you guys are fucking morons.
We're talking politics tonight, guys. It's not stocks. If you don't like the talk, just leave. It's that easy. There's plenty of other channels you can go get your handheld if you want someone to tell you what you want to hear. We're here to share our opinions, share our thoughts, and hear from the viewers.
You don't have to follow me. I don't care.
Dennis says, wasn't this a gun-free zone? I have no idea. I don't know what the gun rules are in Pennsylvania. Do you know, mediocre? I'm sure the event was gun-free, but this person snuck on a building outside the event.
I mean, I'm not sure what the gun laws are there, but I'll say this, you know,
Doesn't matter.
There was life lost there tonight, and it's fucking absolutely disgusting.
Doesn't even matter in the U.S. really what the gun laws are in one city or one state, because it's easy to drive across the border. Watch this, mediocre. They're going to try and the news is going to try and turn this into some, we need to ban assault rifles bullshit.
Oh, absolutely. That, you know, I'm surprised that didn't come out of Joe Biden's fucking mouth when he said his little speech tonight.
I agree with you, JP. If the shooter was killed so fast, they were taking aim on that area. I mean, he was popped back within a couple shots. So the police might have been slow in responding, but clearly they were drawn the beat on him at the time that it was happening. But the point is, should not have ever been allowed to get to that point. Should have been security in the parking lot over watching that building, something.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's crazy that could even happen.
Yeah, Wedmore says no shooter is going to give a shit about gun laws. I think we could say that about every crime that happens with a gun. Don't you think, Wedmore? That's why gun laws are mostly bullshit, because criminals don't care about gun laws. But that's a whole nother topic, mediocre. Maybe we should go over to that other platform and have these talks. One where we can have free speech.
Exactly. One of the fucking constitutional rights that's under attack today. Absolutely. Thank you, Elon Musk, for freeing up fucking Twitter, by the way. I appreciate that. And
Yep.
I'm not even a Twitter user.
BioLife Hemp says, liquor drink every time mediocre says, fuck the Democrat. She is mediocre.
Listen, I'm just, I was a Democrat, though. That's the whole fucking thing, guys. I was a Democrat, big time.
When did you open your eyes, mediocre?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, I mean, like, what was your pivotal moment?
Well, I'll say this. I'll just be very vague. I hated Republicans because of George W. Bush.
Mm-hmm.
Was not a fan, and all the shit that happened under his administration. I was not a fan, so I would never vote Republican again because they work together. For the ones who don't think that, I know that they don't work together. Absolutely, I know they do.
They who? The Republicans and Democrats?
Absolutely. You got a right wing and a left wing of the same fucking bird, Tony.
Yeah.
They have their own interests. So here's what happened for me. When Hillary Clinton got away with that whole fucking email scandal, like, come on, dude. There's no way you bleach bit the fucking hard drive and there's not enough fucking evidence to prosecute, Tony. If that was you, your ass would be sitting in fucking federal prison.
You could turn in a laptop to a repair shop with all sorts of incriminating evidence and nothing really happens to you too, mediocre.
Absolutely. So we have a 2-tier fucking justice system, Tony, and I'm supposed to sit here and fucking take it and not speak my fucking mind? Fuck you.
Scott K says Elon endorsed Trump tonight. Is that true? Now I got to check this out.
My point, like I said at the beginning of the fucking show, why was John F. Kennedy killed? Why'd they try to assassinate Ronald Reagan and now fucking Trump? Just go look at the three of them and tell me what you fucking come up with. And I'll sit here and shut up. I'll wait.
Elon says extreme incompetence or it was deliberate. That's kind of like the same conclusion that we're coming up with here, right? What's this guy saying? Oh, he's liking that Trump is raising his fist in defiance after being shot in the damn head.
I want Trump to go live so bad with his fucking ear patch on and say some fucking words. JP, any fucking time, buddy. Anytime. You guys, I hate being political. This is disgusting that we really have to talk about this. I usually keep this shit to my Discord, honestly.
Elon says, I fully endorse Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. Yeah, we do talk politics a lot in the Discord, even though I don't on YouTube for obvious reasons. Because
Trump did say, "Let me get my shoes." Did you hear?
No, I didn't hear. Did he say that when he was being walked off?
Well, yeah, they knocked him down and knocked his fucking shoes off, and they were like, "We gotta go," and he's like, "Let me put my fucking shoes on."
When we talk politics, mediocre, no matter which side you are on, you know how it is. You're going to alienate half the audience. So I generally don't talk about it on camera, but I'm always happy to talk with you guys about it off camera, in real life, and Discord.
We have conversations, Tony. And I'm out there. Like, I'm pretty pissed off tonight, to be honest.
I don't blame you.
I am.
Which is why I made an exception for tonight. It's so funny to me, mediocre, seeing all these goofball conspiracy theorists that don't like me on stocks getting my political affiliation wrong too. Well, he doesn't agree with me on stocks, therefore he must be a vaccine, chock full of vaccine liberal commie. Like, this is how I know some of you guys are cuckoo in the head. Because, like, someone says one thing you don't like and you just make up your entire life story about this person. Everything about them must suck. Everything about me must suck because I didn't say the right thing about your stock. How about I'm just not talking about it because it's controversial? How about that?
Yeah, I try not to talk about it either because it's controversial, right? Like,
We're here to talk stocks
listen,
and make money during the day. We're
I'm
not
gonna
here
show you
to
guys something.
stoke up
I
controversy.
brought these out because of what happened tonight. Okay, look it. I never talk about my political affiliation at all, but here you go. Here's my MAGA hat,
All right.
brand new, never worn. I'm saving it because I think it's valuable. Period. Here's my other Trump hat, never worn. Here's my fuck Joe Brandon hat. Let's go, Brandon. Fuck FJB. Never worn because I'm not here to make a political statement. I don't care. Right? My beliefs are my beliefs. You can believe whatever you want to. But if you want to have a rational conversation, let's have a rational conversation with logic and no bullshit. And a Democrat or a liberal cannot do that. That's the sad truth. You cannot have a conversation with them about facts. It's that simple.
That's
And
why
I hate to say it, and I wouldn't have brought this up, but
that's why I had. Well, I mean, let's be honest, mediocre. A lot of Trump people can't have a rational conversation either. There's extremists on both sides. Isn't that fair? I mean, I see it on Twitter and X. There's a lot of normal people in both parties, but there's a lot of really cuckoo fringe elements in both too.
oh, yeah. I mean, I don't disagree, right? Like, Tony, here's a perfect example. Let's have this conversation because
The problem is all the cuckoos make it where us normal people can't have a conversation.
Tell the audience, did I not fucking ask you what Q was?
What was?
What QAnon.
Oh, I don't remember.
In the Discord, wasn't I asking people like, what is QAnon? What the fuck is QAnon?
If you did, that was a long time ago, though, right?
It was, but I didn't even know what the fuck QAnon even was. I don't.
Yeah,
follow.
that's the fringe element, people.
It's crazy to me. Listen, I support Trump because I'm a third generation fucking American citizen. I haven't been here long. My family came here, and when they did, they fought in World War II for this country. I mean, I don't understand what you guys can understand. My grandparents traveled over fucking seas from another country to come here so that I could have a better fucking life. Because
mine were on the boat right behind yours, mediocre.
Absolutely. And they came here and they assimilated in this fucking country and made something of themselves. Okay? And I think that everybody here should. And they fought for this country, and some of them died for this country. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. Those people died for all of our freedoms, period.
Oh, my gosh. Matt says someone in the Popcorn Project gang is calling all of this staged. Oh, yeah. So some guy got his head blown off on a warehouse roof because it was staged. What a fucking nut job. What a fucking nut job.
I mean, I'm upset tonight. I'm not going to lie. And I may be speaking hastily, whatever, right? But the fact of the matter is there's Democrats in my family that I don't even talk to because of that reason. They're gone. I don't understand it.
Half my city's full of them, mediocre. I can't avoid talking to them. At some point, you just learn to get along. Like, don't talk politics.
I just don't talk to them. I haven't talked to my neighbor in 4 years since the election. Not a fucking word.
Mediocre, I've talked to you about this before. I don't know if I've talked about it on YouTube, but like, I can't even put a political sign in my front yard because of fear of having my tires slashed or sand poured in my gas tank.
You know, that won't happen where I'm at. I'm not.
That's how bad my city is.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
Although I probably should rig up one of those signs where if you walk up close to it, it starts popping off caps.
All I gotta say, Tony, is I wouldn't try to come to my house if I was you, uninvited.
Chris says he's also an Italian-American immigrant family.
Goddamn right I am.
Chris is too, apparently. Harold says there are a few people out there saying that this is fake. Yeah. I see. I can already guess who they are.
Yeah,
Harold,
Barbara,
if they're
talk
on
all the
Twitter.
shit you want to. You could look at me any ways you want to. You know what that is? Cornicello.
Scott says only one side is destroying stuff. Oh man, so let's pivot the conversation. Mediocre, how do you think this is going to play out in the political willingness of Americans to show up and vote now?
This is what I think, Tony. I'll just tell you. I think that Democrats such as Biden, Schumer, Maxine Waters, all the people who propagated this hate against Donald Trump wrongfully should step down from office.
They're not going to do that. They're not
They
going to do
should.
that. That's just not going to happen. But I do think this will enrage even more people and make them show up and vote. They're going to have to really come up with a bunch of fake votes to get over on Trump on this one. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is this going to have lasting ramifications all the way till November and impact the vote? I'm curious what y'all think.
I don't know how it's going to impact the vote. But I'll be honest with you. The Secret Service has me pretty nervous if they can't secure a location for him to fucking have freedom of speech. That's the part that I don't like, Tony.
Yep.
How can we not secure an area?
I bet you Trump has, from now on, he gets his own private security people to proof the area on top of Secret Service. What do you want to bet? The man's not stupid. I'd have my own team of private security making sure Secret Service is doing their goddamn job.
Yeah, put up this comment from Chris. Did you see Biden refuse to say it was an assassination attempt? That's true.
No. What did he say?
Oh, hold on. I got the video
Pull it
right
up.
here.
Pull it up.
I'll let you see it for yourself. Hang on. Let me go to the Discord.
I cannot wait to get the full story on this nut job that did the shooting. Let me know when you're ready, Mediocre. I'll put it up.
Yeah, I will.
Curtis says, I think this sealed Trump's victory. Christian Princess says, me too. BioLife Hemp, same thing.
I really do apologize that I'm so animated tonight, though.
Mediocre actually did not want to come on tonight. He's like, Tony, I'm going to say something I'm going to say something I probably won't going to regret. And I was like, Mediocre, everybody's feeling it right now. Everybody's feeling some kind of way. It's good to have this opportunity for everybody to vent and get your feelings out and talk about it. And I'm curious what everybody's thinking too.
All right, I got it. Let me know if you see it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thanks for coming, folks. I've been thoroughly briefed by all the agencies in the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's doing well. I plan on talking to them shortly, I hope, when I get back to the telephone. Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that people and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I'm able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do. Okay?
Mr. President, do you think this was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough to. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure.
Oh, come on!
Before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried for his own safety?
And then he just fucking walks off, Tony.
Come on.
Yeah.
The first thing that when I heard this news, when you called me a couple hours ago, Mediocre, I went straight into my wife in the other room. I said, someone just tried to assassinate Trump. Of course it's an assassination attempt.
Well, they don't want to fucking admit it, Tony, because they propagated hate for the past fucking 6 or 8 years.
I'm curious what you guys think about this comment here. Tubby says, don't blame this on nut jobs. It was likely a motivated, well-practiced individual with a ideological basis by the entrenched media bias and rhetoric to do this. Isn't that the definition of a nut job?
I 100% agree with his sentiment there and what he's saying, because the media, listen.
By nut job, I mean people that let the media or someone influence them to the point where they're not making rational decisions anymore.
Right. Like
no rational person does this.
We need to unite America. We need to unite America. But right after the debate, what the fuck is he saying? He's calling Trump a liar, and that's what they do. They lie their ass off, and the media lies and tells bullshit to the American people, and they're all propagandized. It's that simple, Tony.
Six Sun says, how many beers so far? I'm 50% into my first one. Halfway done in one beer. I started work this morning, Six Sun, around, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, working on that video that I finally got out at 6 o'clock tonight. So that was my entire day. And then I took my wife to the grocery store, and then I came here and live stream with you guys. So we're just easing into the Saturday night cerveza. But I have one here with you guys, and then we're probably going to end this live stream. Biohemp says it wasn't an assassination attempt. It was just a love shot. Get the fuck out of here. That's right.
It's crazy.
I was thoroughly briefed, and they didn't use the A word, so I don't have any facts.
So, Tony, the media is going to... This is what's going to happen, Tony. The media is going to pretend like we all need to unite. Everybody let's unite.
They're going to do that, and then they're going to twist it into some diversionary story about why we need to have more strict gun laws and ban assault rifles.
Absolutely. And you know what they're not going to talk about? They're not going to talk about Maxine Waters' statements, the woman from fucking Arizona, I can't think of her name, Schumer's statements, the other guy who shit his fucking pants on live there. What's his name? Pencil neck. Joe Biden, too. Like all
neck, that you must mean the guy from California?
Eric Swalwell, that's his fucking name.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what's his name? Ship.
Yeah, Shifty Shift. Yeah, that's him. Adam Schiff. You're right. Swalwell too.
Did I tell you I met that guy when he was in Austin? I met him when he was Austin. When he was in Austin, he asked me if I knew the directions. He wanted some lunch at the Cat Cafe. The Cat Cafe. It's a cafe you can go to where they got cats running around wild inside the restaurant. I was like, good Lord, that is like the last fucking place that I would expect that you would want to go have lunch in Austin, fucking Texas. What is wrong with you, sir? Who goes to a restaurant where there's cats running around wild inside the fucking restaurant? Mediocre.
I don't know, Tony.
This is not a joke. This was an actual conversation that I had with the gentleman.
Tony, you want me to say that? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can't deal with it, Tony. And I've kept my mouth shut. I've been not following the news. I have watched 0 fucking Trump rallies. My mind was made up in 2020. It was already made up. You're not going to change my fucking mind. There's nothing that anybody on the left could say or do. Okay? It's not going to happen. So my mind was already made up. So I haven't even paid much attention to Trump. I didn't care. I was watching what Biden was saying, though. I wanted to see how he did in the debate. What happened, Tony?
I watched the debate too. It was embarrassing. I got a text message from one of my longtime clients the other day. And they asked me a question about one of my businesses, and then they said in their text, "And Tony, can you please run for president?" And I just started laughing. And I showed it to my wife. She's like, "See, you should run for president." I was like, I didn't even know my wife cared that much or thought that I said, "No, honey, I'm way too hated. I'm way too opinionated to ever run for president." She said, "Well, you're not as opinionated as Trump. You're not as mean as Trump." I was like, "Well, that's kind of a low hurdle. I mean, that guy's out there on being mean. He does not mince words. I try to watch what I say most of the time."
No, Trump talks, baby. He don't care. He just.
And I honestly don't care about a president that hurts somebody's feelings. Would I prefer that he be a little more presidential? Yes, I would prefer it.
He's a felon, Tony. Don't forget it.
I'd prefer we have president that tries to be a little more uniting. But in general, I like the fact that he says what he's going to do and he fucking does it. And he doesn't
Absolutely.
He doesn't care. He can't be bullied by the press. Harold says, what's up, Harold? He says, "Can the FBI and the DOJ be trusted?" I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore. I don't know how something like this could happen.
My problem, Harold?
It's not like he was walking on an uncontrolled city street. This was a vetted location.
Harold, here's my problem. I'm just going to tell you. We got a former president of the United States who was charged with 39 fucking felonies and found guilty by a corrupt Department of Justice, and you think we're going to be able to fucking trust these people? I mean, the FBI was going behind the scenes to help push the Russia narrative, the Russia story bullshit, to make sure Trump didn't get elected in 2016. They helped push that. You think they're trustworthy? I mean, I don't think any of these fucking people are trustworthy. That's why I don't like fucking Sean Hannity. I'll say that too. I don't like Sean Hannity because he goes on his fucking show and he's like, "I wear this pin for the rank and file workers of the FBI." Fuck you, Sean Hannity. You don't give a fuck about them. You just want to keep the same old status quo, just like the fucking rest of them. You getting big fucking money to talk. That's all you are, is a talker. I'm fucking done with this shit. Speak the truth or don't say shit. You're media. You're out there to put out the fucking truth, regardless of what it is. Oh, you can't because Fox News won't let you, and you don't want to lose your big money paycheck. I got you. I can see right through you.
I'm looking through Mario's Twitter page, and there's some pretty sad photos from the bleachers. It looks like there's a gentleman down, a patriot. I'm assuming he got shot. There's another guy with a bloody shirt. I'm looking for the one of the ladder. Oh, there is a ladder. Okay. I'm not going to put those other pictures up.
Christian Princess, am I wrong though? Is everything I said, was that accurate about Sean Hannity?
Mediocre was right fucking where we said. Look at, he brought a ladder.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm, mm, mm. I'm going to get Harold's comment out of the way real quick, and then we're going to talk about Jill Biden. We're not really talking stocks tonight. Walgreens, though, I don't know if I like Walgreens. I like CVS. I will keep an eye on Walgreens, but I made my choice some time ago. Although it's taken Walgreens has gotten a big spanking, so maybe it's time to take another look at it. But I'm already investing in CVS, so I don't want to own both. Nike is definitely, it should be on your radar, and that's probably and it is on my radar. It's probably the only stock talk we're going to do tonight. Mediocre, did you see the news that there was someone on Twitter or the news saying that Biden is not really making the decisions, that Jill is running the country? Did you hear that story?
I heard that she's in all these meetings, yeah.
And because my wife was asking me the other day, she's like, why is Biden even still president? Like, or why would his wife let him run again? And I'm like, well, if his wife is making all the decisions, I don't even know if that would be allowed in Washington. You know, it seems like that would get out. But if his wife is making all the decisions, well, of course she'd want him to run again, so she can keep the power. But I don't know if that's a true story or not. That's just speculation. I don't even remember who said it, but I saw it on Twitter, I think.
I'll say this. There's evidence that she's been in all of the meetings.
BioLife, where is that video on the Secret Service? Is it on Reddit, Twitter? Hunter Biden is also in cabinet meetings. Hunter Biden's sniffing shit in the bathroom, Harold.
Wyndham, that's why we cannot let them fucking get away with this shit. The left is fully responsible, in my opinion.
Look at this. Where these comments are where? On Twitter? What a bunch of sickos.
Disgusting fucking people, dude.
All right. BioLife said he sent it to me on DM. Let me check it out. Probably not something I can show, but hang on one second. Mediocre.
Yeah. I just read comments and try and... I did not want to come on here tonight because of this reason.
So there was this... I'll just put the photo up. This is Trump right here. They did have sniper teams on the roof right by him. You can see they're taking aim on the building across the field. And right after this clip, if I hit play, you'd see the guy firing his sniper weapon.
Go ahead.
No.
Show it.
I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, Mediocre.
Oh.
I mean, you don't see anybody getting shot. It's just the guy shooting a weapon, but you know how it is. All right. We're gonna stay live here a couple more minutes, and then I want to go watch some more of the continuing coverage myself and try and relax a little bit on this Saturday evening. I've literally been working, Mediocre, here at this desk since about 9 o'clock this morning. By the way, I had a great video for you guys before all this started on the Can Slim method. For some of you who are looking for some ways on how to pick stocks. Have you ever heard of Can Slim, Mediocre?
Mm-mm.
we'll go check out that video. It is a little bit longer than my traditional video, but for those of you that have been around for a while or ever bought a copy of Investor Business Daily, you probably know about Can Slim. That's all I'm going to say. That was my day's work, now overshadowed by our president getting shot here.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I wish he would come out and.
I hope he comes live tonight and
That's what I'm
says
hoping
something.
For the American people. I really, really hope he does. From Mar-a-Lago, get back to Mar-a-Lago and do a press video. Put that shit out there.
Yeah,
I think
our condolences, go out to the folks that were injured or killed in the audience today.
absolutely, and their families.
And their families. President Trump and his family, our thoughts are with you. This is just unfreaking believable. A, that we got to deal with this in the United States of America. B, that someone could be allowed to get that close. Where was the damn security?
And the fact that the left, this is my problem, that the left is hating a man who is trying to give freedom back to the citizens of this country. It blows my mind every day that they can't see what he's actually doing. I don't get it.
Matt says he'll probably be at the UFC tonight if they still let him go. Oh, man. I would just think, Matt, I mean, I'd be honored if he had the balls to do it, but I would think that if there is real security taking care of him, they're going to make sure he doesn't go anywhere tonight. Wouldn't you think, Mediocre? They're going to all of a sudden be overly protective now. We don't have that venue. We don't have that venue vetted enough for this to be safe.
Exactly, to silence him. Anything to silence the fucking man, Tony, is what they're going to do. Why do you think they want to shut him down so badly, people?
I'm going to be honest, Mediocre, and I can't remember if you and I talked about this or not, but this was almost predictable, right? They know he's ahead in the polls. They know he's ahead with the vast majority of America. They know they can't steal another election. So what's the next logical step? Remove him from the situation.
Yeah.
I've had this feeling of dread that something like this was going to happen. And here we are.
I don't know, man. I just want to see this country get back to the way it was, freedom. It's not the same when we were kids, Tony. It's not the same.
Imagine when Trump is elected, the riots and protests that are going to happen around the country. You thought January 6th was a mess? You just wait till Trump gets elected again. You're going to see mass chaos in every Democrat-run city.
Did we forget about what happened with all the riots and all that other shit that took place in 2020, in 2021? Did we forget about what the left did then, Tony, when they set fucking federal buildings on fire and murdered people?
I didn't forget about it. But, most of America doesn't like to talk about it anymore.
That's the left. The only ones who's propagating hate is the fucking left, people. Like, I don't know what you don't see.
Yep.
When does Trump ever go out there and say anything to propagate hate onto somebody? Now he says not nice things. I agree with people.
He called Rosie a bad name.
A bad name.
Called her a name.
Yep.
He didn't go set her house on fire.
No, he didn't. He just didn't. He doesn't like her, so he called her a nasty name.
It's not like he took her head chopped off with blood dripping from it
No.
You know what
No,
I'm talking about?
Absolutely, I do. No, he
That
wouldn't do that.
that
But
sad, redheaded, washed up comedian.
yeah. Hey, know who else just came out and said that if Trump wins, they're moving out of the country?
I don't know, but let's get them all out, mediocre. Who was it?
Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out,
Exactly.
people.
Not one of those
and
fuckers left last time. Maybe we can get them this time. Who was it?
It was. I just seen it. I can't think of who it was off the top of my head. I had it and now I forgot.
Please say Alyssa Milano.
No. But she has said that in the past. Who the hell said it? It was somebody that I didn't really expect. I'll have to go look it up.
All right.
I think I've seen it on Twitter. And I laughed the other day when I seen it because I couldn't believe it. Oh, Bruce Springsteen. That's who said it.
What? Oh, yeah. He's a lefty.
He said it. I'm like, what the hell did he say that for? Like, I didn't even know he was like that.
Oh, yeah. I knew.
Just don't say nothing.
I think if you're in entertainment, you should keep your mouth fucking shut. Start up a YouTube channel, but like, I don't want to hear what a singer or actor has to say. Just go make your movies, make your songs.
No, I'm never going to shut up now.
All right, guys. It's 10 o'clock here. Mediocre, thanks for coming and venting with me, sharing your thoughts. I know this is a little bit raw, more than you guys are used to seeing because we don't usually talk politics for obvious reasons, but this is beyond just politics. This is national fucking news. You had a assassination attempt on a presidential candidate, and everybody should be outraged, and they better get to the damn bottom of it.
Absolutely.
And not cover this shit up.
I'm tired of the cover-ups. I'm so tired of the cover-ups. That's one of the main reasons why I support Trump is because there's so many fucking cover-ups. So many people in Congress and the Senate get sweetheart deals and they don't get prosecuted and none of that.
BioLife says, I sent you a DM with Tucker predicting this 10 months ago. Thank you. I'll check that out. I don't regularly watch Tucker because I can't stand his kind of fake laugh. I think
I do like Tucker though.
I mean, I think he hams it up a little bit for the camera, which I find irritating. But
he does have a goofy laugh. But I like the guy.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, mediocre.
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, I find that irritating. I mean, once every now and then, but like, no, he does it too much.
But see, that's the thing, Tony, is you and we criticize two right-wing talk show hosts.
Yeah, I'm very fair in my criticism. I said there's right-wing nut jobs too. It's not like I'm not biased against anybody. I just call it like I see it.
So am I, but the left will tell you, you just watch Fox News, Tony. You just watch Fox News.
I don't even have cable, so I can't watch Fox News. I cut the damn cord, mediocre.
That's what's funny is because the media needs to realize that they have no fucking say no more because nobody watches them. They watch, what's it called? Independent journalism.
Exactly. What we're doing right here.
Absolutely. We get our own information on the internet. Fact check that shit. We do not need the news media because they don't fucking tell the truth anyways.
Yep. I honestly got sick of all of them. You know, some of them were entertaining to a point, but like I watched O'Reilly for a while back in the day. I watched Hannity for a while back in the day. I found Rush Limbaugh entertaining. Tucker, but after a while, all of them, it just becomes clear that they're pushing talking points and an agenda. And even if it's from the right, I don't want shit pushed on me, you know?
Exactly.
Just give me the damn facts. Fox News says, what do they say? What's their motto?
Fair and balanced or something like that?
Fair and balanced. You decide. Bullshit. It's not fair and balanced.
Exactly.
It is a counterpoint to the left, but is not very balanced, honestly.
Nope.
I think there needs to be a counterpoint, and that's fine. Be the counterpoint. Someone, I mean, you got to have two sides, but I don't like either side pushing a message on me. So I'm kind of glad that I cut the cord, and I'm glad I have independent sources. And if I want to go check CNN and then check Fox and see what they're both saying, that's kind of how I do it, Mediocre. The truth is always somewhere in the middle. And I'm a very opinionated person. I'm able to read media and discern bias and discern facts on my own. I don't need someone telling me what to think or how to think.
That's right. I don't want nobody telling me how to think or what to think. I want to be able to look at both sides of the argument and make my own determination, right? Like, before we leave, back to the question you asked me. The whole reason why I stopped voting Democrat was because of the whole email scandal, Tony.
Yeah.
When she was blatantly did criminal activities and they did nothing about it. Come on. Like, and we're expecting the DOJ to be fair? I don't think so. There's a two-tier justice system in this country, and people need to realize it and do something about it, because you're not going to have the same benefit as they are. That is unconstitutional, point blank.
All of Congress is just set up to keep Congress in power. It's basically, we're going to pull, and then you pull, and then you pull, and we'll basically get nothing done, but let's increase everybody's budget for next year.
Exactly. And
who freaking inefficient. And that's why they don't want someone like Trump in there.
Exactly. Because Trump wants to give power back.
He will be a disruptor to the status quo.
Right. We're the ones who are supposed to be holding the fucking power, not them. They represent us.
There's not one of them, and I'm talking about on the right or the left, that's been in power more than 4 years that any of you guys should trust.
Exactly.
Not one on either side. And the longer they're in there, the more you should not trust them.
And I agree.
In fact, when I had a Facebook, how there's that, you can put your bio and political affiliation. My political affiliation was term fucking limits.
Exactly.
Kick all the bums out. 6 years max. Nobody should accumulate that much power.
And I'll give a shout out to Common Sense Investor, since we're a stock channel. I'll say this, okay? CSI was in the chat not too long ago. I'm not sure what show it was, but the fact of the matter is, the only way to change the market is the same way. You have to change Congress to do it, or just forget about it.
You can forget about writing letters, office visits, petitions. Ain't going to do jack shit. Get these bums out and put them in, replace them with someone that actually is fresh, new. Get these people with the entrenched power out, because even if you send someone up there new, I send someone new up there from Texas, then what? He's immediately wrestled down, blockaded, not allowed on any committee because of the entrenched power.
Exactly.
That's paid for by who?
Lobbyists.
Corporate America and Wall Street.
Yes. Lobbyists, people. Wake the fuck up. And that's why I don't buy and hold bullshit.
And that's why I don't spend my channel talking about petitions and lawsuits and office visits to Congress, because you're wasting your fucking time until we get all of those fuckers out of here.
So the only fucking thing that you can do is be the barnacle on the fucking whale. How's that, Tony?
I think what Mediocre is trying to say is you can think that you're going to change the system, and maybe, with enough time you can, but it ain't going to happen this year. Not going to happen next year. and you don't want to go broke in the process. So we all need to keep up. Excuse me. We all need to keep up the fight, but it's going to be a long ass fight. And I don't want to see you guys go broke in the process. So if Mediocre and I often have viewpoints that are different than your other favorite YouTubers about how we're trading, understand where we're coming from. We don't want to lose money while we're fighting. We don't want you to go broke while you're fighting. I'm sick and fucking tired of seeing people cry on space calls because they lost all their money and they thought they had a congressman on their side. And then he turned on them last week. They don't understand why the judges and the petitions and all this stuff isn't going their way because nobody's on your fucking side. And they never will be till you replace them all.
It's all about money, people. Money. This is what it's about. This is what they care about.
Yolo Ono says, why not vote for an independent? Because even if you manage to get one, Yolo Ono, they have no power when they get there.
Yeah,
you're like you're a redheaded stepchild. You know,
and you're
once you
quickly
get in, the way Congress works here is who's ever been there the longest has the most power, and you got to lick their fucking boots.
Or they're not going to give you money to get reelected.
Right. Or they'll tell you we're going to put someone up to make sure you don't get reelected if you don't do what we say. So shut the fuck up and know your place. That's what they tell those independents or any new congressman that comes in there with great ideas. We need to have term limits on all of them.
Absolutely.
All of them. Fresh slate every 6 years. Harold says technically Trump is an independent. That's what I mean. He's not part of that system, the entrenched lifelong politician system. He is somewhat of a disruptor. That's why he is so threatening to all of them, even the Republicans.
Yep. Why do you think Liz Cheney went after him? Liz Cheney's father was the vice president in George W. Bush. Was the president, right? Why isn't George W. Bush backing Trump? Why hasn't he come out and said he's going to support Trump? I'll tell you why. Because he's a status quo fucking politician, and Trump is not.
Yeah, all of their big money backers, the Bush family, big money backers, don't want Trump in office.
Exactly.
Because he might not do what they want. Even the threat of he might not do what they want is enough to piss them off.
I still don't understand why the left can't see that.
Yeah,
I don't understand. You know, and I just use them as an example, right? But there's others besides them that don't support Trump.
Oh, I left out something in my timeline, Mediocre. I forgot to mention the reason I was getting worried they were going to try this on Trump is because they tried the whole let's put him in jail thing, and that didn't work either. Yeah. It's like they've been escalating what they're doing to him.
Dude.
This was like the logical next step, sadly.
100%. He's the Italian Teflon fucking Don, bro. That's the man right there. Get your Teflon Don fucking t-shirts, people. It's time.
All right. Let's cut this. Thank you guys for tonight. Maybe you enjoyed hearing a different side from both of us for once. This is not going to be a regular segment. I tried to get Massalorian to do political talk over on the the other streaming service where we could talk politically free and not worry about having our channel shut down. But I haven't heard from the kid in a month. So Mediocre, if you ever want to talk politics, we can go over to my other channel and do it over there. I don't really want to get into doing that here because I don't want to risk, being able to talk to people and help educate people on investing by distracting the channel talking about politics.
Hey, listen, and to the Democrats, really, like, I'm not trying to hate you guys. I wish you guys would at least look at all the evidence, look at all the media and what they're saying, okay? and then go find the truth. It's out there. But if you never look, you're never going to find it because they don't want you to know. That's the problem. You're letting them propagandize you. That's happening. If you don't think that the media is propagandizing American citizens, it was made legal. I could tell you exactly. Barack Obama got rid of it. It was called what the fuck was it called, Tony? There was a term for it.
I'm not quite following your thread here yet.
Okay. There was a thing about the government being able to propagandize American citizens. It was illegal. While Obama was president, he removed that and made it legal for news media to propagandize
I
what
don't
the
know about
government
that.
wants to tell you. Huh?
I don't know about that.
I'll find it and I'll show it to you. I
Yeah,
just gotta
send
remember
it. Send
what
it
it's
to me
called.
in Discord.
It's called something. I can't think of the name of it. I'll have to look it up because I don't like to even look at that shit no more.
I'm just gonna say, trust no media. Have a wide variety of sources, just like, whether it's politics, government, world news, or stocks. Cultivate a wide variety of sources. Try not to tap into only just what you want to hear. Just like stocks, it's okay to listen to opposing viewpoints so that you can have some balance and then still make up your own mind. And I think whether you're on the left or the right of politics, if you're only listening to what you want to hear, that is dangerous. And same with investing. If you're only listening to what you want to hear about your favorite stock or about the stock you love to hate, and not at least being able or willing to have a balanced viewpoint and then freely make up your own mind, politics, news, finance, it's just a dangerous proposition for everybody.
It was called the Smith-Mutton Act, Tony.
Smith-Mutton Act. All right, I will check it out when we're done here.
There you go. For anybody who wants to say that I don't know what I'm talking about, go look up the Smith-Mutton Act and you'll figure it out.
I see a couple comments. They're already talking about the AR style rifle. Yeah, I will bet you fucking money, mediocre. That's what they're going to shift it to on all the
absolutely
the alternate news networks. It's going to the focus is not going to be on the kid that did it. It's going to be on the weapon. We need it. We told you.
Just say this right now.
Told you we need to ban these AR style weapons.
Just say this right now, Tony. A gun saved many more people, right? We've only lost a couple. I love it, Tony. I love it.
Come and take it, bitches. Come and fucking take it.
See, Harold knows Smith-Mutton Act of 2012. Am I bullshitting, Harold?
Smith-Mutton Act of 2012. All right. All right, guys. Mediocre, thank you. Hope you feel better having gotten some of that off your chest. We'll be, I'm sure, debating this some more in Discord over the weekend. And as far as my channel content, we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming starting tomorrow, unless there's more pressing news that pisses me off enough that we need to talk about it. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
God
Peace,
bless.
everybody.
God bless the Queen. Isn't that what Biden said one time? Mediocre.
And Trump,
Biden?
if you by any chance,
Was that did Biden say God bless the Queen? Am I the only one that remembers that? God save the Queen?
I mean, that was back in when we was younger, Tony, when we used to, that's what they all would say, right? The English.
I think Biden said it like last year. Anyways, God bless America. And thoughts and prayers out to all the families affected tonight.
God bless you guys. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Lost their lives. Our condolences go out to you. Good night.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, ooh, I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move